Hello and welcome back to another video from the General Stone. If you're wondering what this video is all about,
real talk, real business.
Real talk, real business. That's the way. I'm also working part-time as a DJ these days, you know. Logging into my goptions.com account. For those that have been following me really carefully over the last few days and weeks, you'll notice that I've started off with a $100,000 account, and we are currently up to $431,655.78. I'm logging into my account. I'm now already logged in, going to hit on the trading mark, and I'm going to show you some charts. Having a look at the euro dollar right now, I had a lot of people come and talk to me about indicators and talk to me about the instinctive level that I'm choosing to place my trades. How is it that I'm managing to hit these trades and hit them well? And I'm always saying that it's a combination of instinct, gut-wrenching instinct, plus having that ability to look at the same price over and over and over again pretty much every day of my life. As sad as it might sound, that's the way that I win. I rinse and repeat, and I learn from my lessons using the right amount of money to reward, and also to learn if things go well and if things go wrong. So having a look on this chart right now, we're actually on a 1 minute view, and I've zoomed out a little bit. I'll zoom back in here, and what you see here are what we call pivot lines. And you can see here at the top of my chart, you've got the pivot lines themselves noted with their different colors and their different prices. So obviously just more recently we were up in this other range of pivot points between 135,500 and 135,350. Right now we're in the middle, almost to the middle of this next range. And more importantly, if we have a bigger extended look at that euro dollar for the day, this is a 15-minute chart, of course. You can see that today has been a very dramatic drop off. We were trading right up there at 136,500 and more, and we're now all the way down here. And incidentally, if you read my daily news on goptions.com on the Learn section, you'd know that even though I claim not to be able to predict the future, I've been predicting the future. S&P 500, euro, dollar calls and picks, dollar versus Japanese yen. I've been killing it for a month or two. So if you don't know that, or you don't see that, get to goptions.com, and I'll just bring up the website. You can see here in the Learn section, okay? So if you do click into the Learn section, you've got my daily reports here, my daily news, and I've just been killing it, absolutely killing it. So anyway, back to the trading for right now. What we're going to do, really simple, focusing on the euro dollar. Just going to take a bit of an extended look out here so you can see the levels. Can you see the way that it steps down, step down, step down is what I'm hoping. So that's what I'm going on right now. I'm going purely with the range that I can see, and I might just include now a couple of lines. So I'm going to get my lines ready. I can see markets just about 135.315 thereabouts. Having a look on the trading platform, and we're going to go for the very next available expiry, 12 minutes time. It's offering me a better than market price, so immediately I'm going to take a massive $5,000 trade. Obviously I use my version of a price target strategy. I go after a price, I target it, I hit it around the head, and you can see while I'm speaking, who says men can't multitask? I am just going to attack any price that I see above where I'm looking at here, 316 or thereabouts. So here I'm going to put my trades, and I'll just put a line in there. I'll adjust that in a moment. I'm going to keep hitting out these numbers right here. So I managed to take a couple of trades already. Let's have a look at my open position. So that's $20,000 of open trade, 35323, 35324, 35322. I'm going to continue to attack this price. I feel personally that by the end of expiry right here, we should be trading much closer towards 135.250 or thereabouts, and I do feel that very soon, within an hour or two, we will most likely break this next pivot point, as you see on my charts, at 135.150 or thereabouts. So again, back to the charts, back to the trades. Very important to stay very focused here. And obviously what I'm trying to do with this account is take it up to 1 million. I want to show you guys how you can take your money and times it by 10. I know I'm aggressive. I do tend to do things very unorthodox in terms of my trading and in terms of risk management and in terms of the maths of an account. In my mind, it's really damn simple. I've got a budget, I know what I'm prepared to risk, I know what I want to make, and I go for it. And believe me, I've had plenty of times of losses. In fact, you know, I've had times where I've had a couple of months worth of losses, and even worse, I've had a whole year's worth of losses. Back in the day, 2009, 2010 were not good years for me. However, when you've got a budget and you know what you're playing with, You know what the risks are. That way you're never surprised, win, lose or draw. And if you can consistently, stably, you know, put out the trades, put out the volume, win those positions, learn from the times when you don't, you will become a very, very successful trader. And please God, you'll have a balance very much similar to what I do here on the binary and on the Forex. So just while I've been talking, you can see that I've been clicking off trades, clicking away. And someone said to me, Mariana, great client of me, said to me that I should have a feature that shows me all the open risk. I'm working on that. I am working on that because it does get a bit tiring to manually count. But let's just count it here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, lost track. There you go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, ending in 791. So 70 grand's worth of trade volume right there. I'm going to have a quick little peek back at the chart. I can see we're still at a solid above market price. I'm getting a phenomenal price to take these trades right now. So I'm going to continue. So there we go. That's $100,000 worth of risk once this trade completes and is open. Come on you, there we go. So obviously market is bouncing around some. I'm going to add some further lines. I've taken... Just need to zoom in there a little bit, and the chart is a little bit weird because I've got my pivot points, but I'm just going to make a big blue coloured line right there because pretty simply I finished below that line of all the similar prices of 322, 323, 327, 329, 330 exactly. Pretty much anything that finishes at the end of this expiry below 32, I'm going to be making an absolute fortune. So that's $105,000 now open. I'll take another one here. That's $110,000. Price has now gone below 320, so I'm just going to slow down for a moment. What do you know? Price is going nicely in my favor right now. I'm going to put in a couple more lines there. 318, 316. Price is down at about 135.302. Platform is still offering me good value prices. However, I'm just going to keep it in mind right there. Look at that. Everything's green except for that one. You turn green, you horrible sod. There you go. See, all you need to do is shout. Almost. So we're looking at humongous return. Yeah, absolutely humongous return should these trades come through at the point of expiry. And as usual, I've lost track of where I am, so I'm just going to manually count here again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Ending inside 798, 70, 80, 90. So everything just flashed to red. I'm going to try and zoom in here, and in fact I'm just going to take away my pivot points so I can see, and there you go, much clearer right now. So I'll take away that line right there, and I can see prices roughly about 320. I'm getting an even better than market price to take this, so instead of counting again, I'm going to get busy. I've got less than 2 minutes left to take even more trades, and I can see that the price is being a little bit of an SOB. It's pushing me right to the limit, but we've had it many times where it's come down to the wire, and even though these candles are pretty scary, I know what I'm going after, so I'm going to try and get as many trades in at these higher prices as possible. And just forgive me while I do that. I will update the chart in just about 60 seconds with all of these new prices getting in there. I've got less than a minute left, so I really do need to keep my fingers working fast here. The key is to understand that I've gotten in at lower prices from where the price is right now, and yes, we are on a spike. Does it worry me? Yes. Will I stop taking the price? No. Reason being, I use an active, aggressive price target strategy. Alright, so I've had my opinion, I've got my strategy out there. I'm working on that euro dollar, I'm using pivot points, basic instinct, monitoring the trend, following what I see, and I'm trying as much as I can before expiry to take these higher sections of price right here, because what it's doing is bringing down the risk on the rest of my positions. So I'm going to keep pressing, and I don't advise any of you to do exactly as I do. Obviously, sometimes you want to make much less trades, but I'm telling you that this particular strategy works best when you are fully committed. And committed as in the money is going on. I know what my budget is. In this case, for this account, I want to make $1 million in this account. That means that it's fair game for me, and I'm prepared to risk absolutely everything I've got in there. The original funding was for 100k, so at the end of the day, I'm still working with and for profit right now. So yes, very scary, sometimes very, very risky. But as you can see, I'm taking positions right until the last seconds on this right now. Got less than 10 seconds left. I think this trade might just go through. Good. And here we go. So I'm going to update the chart. Most of these prices were in the high three, so we're looking at 338, 332, 335, and a couple there above that, 343. So I'm going to get back to my chart and get back to some horizontal lines. And obviously, I've made a huge amount of trades, leaving forth up there. So you guys have got to understand, what I'm trying to do is just beat all of those lines, right? And as I said to you a bit earlier, I was a bit worried about those lower ones, but there you go. Watch that candle, zoom on down. If I look back at the platform, what do you know? We've got potential return there with everything green or just at the money of over 300 grand. So I know it's close. The price is going to be skipping around a little bit. We do not have a huge amount of time left to go. I can see the ticks coming down, making me happy, which is great. I'm going to go back to the platform. We've only got now less than 4 minutes to go, so I'm going to do a manual count. Forgive me for counting like an autistic child, but I've got to do what I've got to do. So I'm going to have a quick count here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. That's 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160, $165,000 open. So $165,000 open, that means that I should be making on this trade, if it stays where it is right now, I'll be making some serious profit. But obviously the price is moving around quite dramatically for me just before expiry, so it's going to be a pretty tight one indeed. But I'm just going to go back to the platform for the moment. You can see obviously invested 165,000, I think we said. So right now it looks like I might be making a loss of $12,000. Personally, I'm very confident I'm going to win an absolute fortune on these trades. That's why I picked it up. But of course the market, being the bitch that she is, excuse me there on the language, she's going to decide whether I win, lose or draw. As it is right now, before expiry, we've got less than 3 minutes left. I'm making some good money. We're just ranging around. I'm now making about $20,000 profit if it stays where it is, and if she just drops down further, I'll be making even more. So as we can see here, I need the price to come down. I need that price to come down, because right now if it stays where it is, I'm making a hefty loss. I don't like losses. I like to be on a big winning run. I've got 2 minutes left to go, and I'm just whispering quietly to my laptop on the side that if I lose these trades, I'll be throwing it off the balcony. So for the moment, all I can see is red ink, not making me a happy bunny at all. But I do suppose that sometimes I'm going to have to make some losses. I'm going to stick on this one, and what I'm hoping to see, and I'll go back to the charts, and this is the sort of sweaty hand moment, I just need this tick line to come down. I need it to come down and finish pretty much below that line. If we can see that happen within the next 2 minutes, go on baby, get down. Go on, get down. Right? You can see that I'll be making some good money. Go on, get down. Anyone who knows me well will know that I scream constantly at my charts, and I think it works, because there you go, and she comes round and in the money. Fantastic. I'm going to be making, if it stays where it is, $140,000 profit. Look at all the green lights. We love it. Absolutely lovely. Please, please stay where you are. Stay where you are, drop lower. That's the way. Less than a minute to go to make $250 profit. 150k profit in 15 minutes. Please show me, apart from, you know, NFL footballers or Premier League footballers who can make that sort of money. And I'm shooting myself in the foot by talking too soon, so I'm going to say sorry for that, charts. Please come back down to where you were before. Let me make some proper money. Less than a minute left. Oh, I've gone back down right now. She's gone straight back up. That is not good news for me. From making an absolute fortune to losing an absolute fortune. Not a good moment. But here we go. She's flicking back. I need her to flick back down. Flick back down for me. Come on, get down. Oh, going to be making a loss. Going to be making a win. It's too hard to tell. It's too close right now. I need her to flick even further down. Less than 20 seconds to go. $165,000 open. And potentially a big loss. Come on, get down. Get down. Get down. Oh, I've made a loss there, I think. Oh, too close to call, too close to call, and look at that. Right, borderline moment. Definitely exciting. Let's have a look at this one. I'll refresh the page. Let's have a quick look. Oh, what do you know? Of course, the price comes down 1 moment after expiry. That's unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. Would you look at that? I had it bang on. Absolutely bang on, and it missed. It missed for me. Just waiting for my balance to rematerialize. And I'm going to get back to the charts for a moment. You can see just how close we had those trades. Just how close indeed. And you can see, obviously, that having a pretty substantial balance is definitely helpful when you need to get that risk nice and evened out. I'm just waiting for my balance to rematerialize here. It's obviously a lot of positions to close off. What I can do in the meantime is just have a look here, so I can have a look through. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a whole page worth of winners. Let's go to the next page. Almost a whole page of winners, a couple of losses here. So the finished price there was 326, and you can see I made some pretty substantial amounts of losses on that one. Real shame, because it was definitely so close. So close. So we can see here 3 losses for the day. Let's just count back here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 losses and 2 ties. 12, 13, 14 losses. 14 losses, 2 tie trades, and 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 wins. Not a bad ratio. 17 wins, 2 ties, and I think we said 13 losses, 11 losses. Getting a bit confused now. Doing 2 things at once. I can multitask with some things, but not with others. Just a bit of a shame, because you can see the price was right there. God knows I had that price figured out. Let's just have a look at the finished balance before I leave this video to it. Well, my balance doesn't want to show his ugly face right now, and not surprisingly, I probably wouldn't if I was him either. I think it's probably the video and the charts and everything wreaking a bit of havoc. But there you can see, again, price target strategy in play. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I did, and I'll see you back on the next session. Take care.